Hello, I'm James Mellon, Senior Aviation Data Research Analyst at Cirium. The consequences of the global health pandemic caused a sudden and significant reduction in the number of passenger flights, sharply cutting the amount of cargo capacity available. To keep cargo moving, passenger aircraft have continued to fly, operating many cargo-only flights, with the cargo transported inside the hold. Some airlines even opted to put packages in the seats in place of passengers. And then there are some airlines that have gone a step further, creating cabin cargo aircraft. Removing seats to make way for piles of boxes is a very unusual concept, but of course 2020 has been rather unusual. We've not seen airlines do anything exactly like this before. The closest we have seen is the quick change and combi configured aircraft that have operated in the past. And those were aircraft which featured dedicated doors and floors which could take large heavy cargo items, whereas the cabin cargo aircraft are a more makeshift measure. A variety of airlines have employed their aircraft on cabin cargo operations. Notably, half of the aircraft we've researched are operated by a flag carrier. In certain cases, those airlines have been tasked by their nation's government to transport PPE in order to support national healthcare systems, particularly earlier in the year. Another noteworthy point is how most airlines have modified just 2 or 3 of their aircraft, but a few airlines have utilised a greater number of jets for cabin cargo operations. For example, Emirates and Lufthansa have both operated 10 aircraft in this role during 2020. Because the cabin floor of a passenger aircraft is not the same as the main deck floor of a cargo aircraft, there have been limits to the weight of cargo carried in the cabin, so lighter products typically packaged into cardboard boxes. For PPE, masks, gloves and gowns have gone into cabins, while fruit and vegetables, flowers, clothing, electronics and pharmaceutical goods are a few of the other types of products transported. Airlines have begun the enormous task of distributing vaccines across the world. The logistics required to transport them safely is very complex, particularly for vaccines which are temperature sensitive. The complexities of transporting vaccines, particularly those requiring cold storage, point to them being placed in aircraft holds, so it seems unlikely that they will be carried in the cabin. There is still a significant number of cabin cargo aircraft currently operating. During Q4, we have seen even more airlines decide to strip seats and commence cabin cargo flights, but it seems likely that many will conclude cargo operations, have their seats reinstalled, and gradually return to passenger services throughout the year.